gems and jewels sale. Had last weekend off, went and did a festival up in the mountains, which was kind of nice, although I am still a bit burnt from it. So yeah, if you're watching this in the future, hello future person. If you see anything that you like and it didn't get claimed, feel free to reach out. I've been a little slow getting to my emails this week. I don't think I missed any, but I only scrolled back a few days. Took me till like yesterday to actually get to that. But I will get back to you eventually. If I don't respond, shoot me another. Just to see. Sometimes it goes to my spam box or gets getting lost in the hundreds and hundreds of emails of spam, etc. Let's see. So I have Iris. What's going on, girl? How you doing? I think I actually got enough footage from this festival to at least show the festival. It rained the whole fucking weekend, so it won't be the greatest video. Or it wasn't the like greatest festival, but that's not the festival's fault. That was just, bad luck. But it was still a dope festival. It was. See, like, especially being up in the mountains and all the music and that, like, I had a fucking blast. And I barely got to leave the booth to go check things out, even. But when I did leave the booth, I got video. Because it just so happens that's also the coolest festival I ever get to do. And so it was just like a win-win. Alright, I'm going to throw some pieces down here real quick. Jesus. At some point I'm going to have to go grab my kitty too, because he's still hanging out outside. How's your week been, Iris? Sorry I've been slow on texts. I've been burnt from that, little escapade of mine. It was a fun escapade, but I got lucky. I had help, which I'm considering strongly right now. See, I'm gonna throw the big pieces down here at the bottom so that they get shown a few times. Let's see here, and then put that down there. That'll work. Here in a bit, I'll have to go bring the kitty inside. Let me switch my fan real quick, too. Oh, God. There we go. Now it's not so maddeningly hot here. Alright, let's show off some gemstones. I figured I'd start today with the apatite. I was discussing these with another gem enthusiast that I know, and fuck, they were trying to buy the whole parcel off me. I was like, no, no, no. Because these are incredibly nice apatite. Well, that's good. I'm sorry you've had one of those weeks too, Iris. I know the feeling. I sat down yesterday to try to like work and design something, and my brain just was like, no, no, you're not here for that right now. Oh, my bad. That last stone, 120, which I mean for man. And that one, they don't actually have the location. Hey. Wow. I am trying to recall the name. Your old one, the one you used to go by. It's been a long week. Quad, thank you, Quad. How's it going, Quad? I'm fucking sorry. I hope you had a great couple weeks, man. Ooh, Iris, you know what a Serger machine is? Do you ever do any sewing? I need some like fucking happy music right now. Right? I'm finally catching up, although here, sorry, I'm pulling up one of my playlists of music so that I can. Sometimes you just need to listen to Gangnam Style. There we go. Yep. So, I was trying to find a sewing machine, and someone gave me a Serger. I just realized yesterday as I got it working, or this week as I got it working and trying to like, because I want to learn to do cosplay outfits, that a Serger is not a sewing machine. It does a lot of really badass stuff that you really want to be able to do, but it's not a sewing machine. So now I gotta get an actual sewing machine. Oh, I need to change to live chat. Okay. Hopefully I found one for like $12 on Mercari. God, this stuff, like, Periba. I know it's not actually Periba, although, you know, some do come from Brazil. And that one's 55. Would you say it's a female thing to make jewelry, my friend? Most tailors that I've ever met, until recently, and most jewelers that I have ever met, for some reason, are men. We don't even wear the shit. Which is probably why, like, I struggle making jewelry that women like. Because, you know, I'm always thinking, that's cool. Solo hair. There we go. Yep. Gangnam Style always fixes things. I don't know that I believe anything's masculine or feminine. Not my cup of tea. Hey, you never know if you don't try. Ooh, when you remember that one, Iris, please shoot me that, because that is in my to-do list. Like, I am going to and I'm gonna be badass at it, and we're gonna make some of the most badass, like, curtain broke again after 2 weeks. Hey, you know what? In all fairness, my first wire wrap wasn't great. And I wish I still had my first fabrication piece. Someone was actually sweet enough to buy that fucking thing off me. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. But like it was horrible. It was bad. Which actually I know the moldavite piece that I made, the first pendant I ever made in silver. Uh in the rare instance that whoever bought that hears this, hit me up. I will trade you for that piece. I will hook it up. Just a thank you for the support. Last appetite was 60. Hey, Bear. Bear, I've got you boxed. I just haven't gotten. Long week, haven't got anything in the mail. Hope you're doing well over there. Hopefully things are looking up since last time I chatted with you. Will, hello, Will. I figured. I just wanted to give you an update. Also, I'm hoping Russo shows up because I've almost got my video for the faceting competition done. Which, how the fuck, like, I want to go. I can't wait to go look at other people to see if they had as much problems with sticking the rock to the dop as I did. I've never had rocks that slip off the dop as often. Oh, you just woke up. That sounds like a good start to the day. God, I am such a nerd. I'm here listening to, like, old YouTube hits. Well, a couple of them. Damn, the color of that one. These are apatite, and some stunning specimens of apatite, too. I got them at a steal, like an absolute steal. Apatite normally sells for $100 to $200 a carat when it's this clean and amazing. And it is Pariba blue. I will not actually use the term Pariba in, like, terming what this is, because that's... But, you know... I feel like that is way underpriced. So... I love it. I love it. Jerry, what's up? I feel like I haven't completed anything this week since I got back from the festival. Actually, no, I literally haven't completed any. We're lucky I got live today. Everyone does it these days. That is true. That one is 120, which Will was asking me to pick him one at dealer's choice. I'd go with one of, I mean, that one just because it's the last gorgeous blue one, big blue one. Like, it's the last one that's over 3 carats. Sound good, Will? Or do you want one of these in the more, like, 60 range? And if so, do you want it to be a darker? The cut, the clarity, and the size. But I would also say, like, this one here, for half the price, and about half the size, is absolutely gorgeous as well. Yeah, the price per carat on these is, I'm shocked by that I can even sell them for this. I ain't gonna lie though, this smaller one, yeah, color change garnets have been catching on. You like the big one? I'll throw you. Oh my god, I have to get the boxes, guys. What the fuck? How the fuck did that just happen? Sorry, my thing malfunctioned. Oh, I should probably get the cat too. Tells you how ill-prepared I was today. I didn't even have boxes back out of the vault. I don't know why Gangnam Style is so dope, but it is. Thank you, Will. So what did I miss? Yes, it started catching on because alexandrite is just so hard to get. And also, as things become more popular, their price actually go up. You nailed it. Also, thank you. Oh, and thank you for reminding me, Will. We are still doing said every $4.99, just because of how YouTube does the super chats. Super chat or higher, or if it hits 10, I'm giving you 2. Comes with an entry to win a $20 credit. That reminds me, because Will actually did one in the last show, and I didn't write it down. There. Thank you. No, you talk. You're good. Yeah. Real quick, just so I'm not super distracted, I'm gonna grab my kitty. I'll take y'all on a quick adventure with me. Because Kitty... Hey, you. You smell that? Yeah, it's start raining. Oh, you just gonna be cute? Sir. I, I, I appreciate it, Will. Okay, fine. Yeah, you can stay. But I'm taking your food. Damn cat. He just argues by being adorable. Okay. Back to my wreck of a gallery. And gemstones. A porch tiger. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Iris, do you mean... Oh, and this one was 60. I know I showed it off, but... That really interesting paint that, like, depending on how where your eye's at, the color hits it differently. So, curves... It's like oil. If I remember correctly. It was an interesting article. Sorry, guys. It's what I do. Alrighty, our first piece of jewelry for the day. I wish I could show these purple garnets, right? Definitely the color of a good Merlot. I don't drink wine. Oh, thermo paint. I hadn't considered that one. That's kind of an interesting concept. I mean, the way opals work is little, like, particles of it fall onto, or, stack up. And the color change is light bouncing off a patch of the same sized, pieces. So, like, the green would be, I'm just going to throw a random number, 0.1 nanometer, and the blue's 0.15 nanometer or something like that, and it causes that look. Oh, yeah, I should probably throw a price on this. 180, because that gold ain't cheap, and that is 14 karat gold woven in there. Silica spheres, yes, exactly. Man, there's a lot of things that react to interesting UV. Somebody let me borrow a really, really good UV torch. Wait, what stones in this one? Oh, this is rhodolite garnet. They're purple garnets, and they don't show quite as well in this. They show more of a red tinge, but they have a more purplish color in, like, non-camera. One of these days I'm gonna actually look into that stone. I've heard of it several times. I just haven't, messed with it. Oh, And real quick, because I showed it, and I'm showing off. This bottom row is just gonna stay down there. So if anybody gets curious, they can ask again. But I'll show them, slowly throughout the thing. Opal crest pendant with yellow diamonds, amethyst, saphirite, garnets, ruby, sapphire, more sapphire, and diamond. And we're asking 800 on that piece. In more of a C shape. This one, like a crescent shape. I probably could. I mean, pretty sure I can. Try to convince myself there's nothing I can't do. Oh, this one. In even more of a crescent shape. That would be a challenge. Possibly. We would have to plan that one, but I would think I could. Might be a bit of a the way wire has been lately. I mean, it's let's see here. Will you appetite? We saw the one. I was going to work on the other one, or number 2, last night, but then my thing didn't go off, which probably for the best, because then I broke my last drill bit like an hour later. I need to get a drill bits, which you just took care of for me, so probably gonna be no, more of I've been slow because I've been just whooped after the festive vending at a festival for 3 days straight. Is more of what it was. Like getting prepared for that festival and then doing it. This one's 30. And that's gorgeous color. Like I said, I haven't gotten shit done this week. Brakes are important, but I don't know. I don't feel like I can afford brakes. What's the date you need those by, Will? I've been a bit frazzled. I can put a rush on getting, like, I'll put out 2 this week just to make sure. I'll start putting out a rush on them. Because I have the stones. Just need to get drill bits, but those are like $20. Ain't that big of a deal. And I've got like a full hand made right now, and the ingots for the other handmade. So I can start put a rush on it if I need to at this moment. So that's a challenge. One a day? Probably do one a... I'll hit you up after the show. I know I can have the one hand done by that for sure. It's more of, can I have both done? That's fair. I still have the other one that I made for it too. That one is 60. The first attempt at the green one, that's the wrong size. This one's 60 as well. And the last trillion I have. Concur. Agree. Thank you for the likes, guys. Or, well, the last big trillion I have. And that one is 30. So earlier this week, I let the cat out like I do, and it was getting dark, and I went to, check on the cat, and I look up the stairs, and I see him staring back at me, but then I realize he's a little more striped than normal, and his face doesn't look right. I look again. It's a fucking raccoon staring at me. And my cat's just like looking at him like, hey dude, what's up? Sorry. Tried to get a video of that because I was like, that would be a good one. Imposter, I know, right? Just had Trash Panda like, hey dude, what's up? Can I come, you got some food down there? So this is not blue apatite, this is blue zircon. Which is looking really nice with diamonds and sapphire and 10 karat gold. This piece is 1,000. Well, Will, if I have my say, one at a time. I think it'll be cool though to watch like that collection just spread. It's almost like a virus. Wait, uh, I ain't gonna lie, Will. This one's actually more evil than I expected. Like, I have to pretty much space because each of the gems is just slightly different, and we're talking, point zero something of a millimeter. And so, like, setting them has been challenging because I have to, like, drill in 3 holes and then, get them to the right size and then move to the next 3 stones. That's time consuming. It's a lot easier if you can just drill all 10 in one. We got $30 on this one. Dude. Bro, didn't you just say you just woke up? Like, it's a little early to be smoking that good shit. You know what I mean? Wait, so how? How the um I don't even know where to go with that. I got uh dude, going from blue to green with no yellow or orange was already fucking a hell of an ask. And now you want me to find a different gradient, and I'm gonna bet you don't want yellow or orange, right? Am I correct? I could just reverse it. Like, no, maybe could I reverse it? No, I couldn't just fucking reverse it. No, I know that. Iris, it took us like 2 or 3 hours to actually figure out the gradient for this first one. That's insane, yo. So I got $10 on this one. Oh, and then I got some rounds at 6. Which these make really pretty pendants on their own. Well, okay. And also, I had to get a change in parameters, too. I'm not shocked it broke. That's a tall order, homie. Uh, but I can repeat colors. That is the only saving grace on this, is that I can repeat colors in it. And this one is 5. This one's 30. Nope. These are apatite. I wish these were aquamarine. If I ever get an aquamarine deal this good, actually give it a land of time, or it's only a matter of time. Up next, this is not a piece that I actually, made myself. This is a refurb. I mean, if you need to know a stone is legit and you don't have the ability to do it yourself, GIA is trustworthy. Although there are a lot of scams out there still. And this is 60. Pretty solid silver. I'm actually considering trying to, make these myself. But that's another day. Oh, yeah, totally. I mean, it's not like they can't get things wrong. Well, GIA's... So unlike a lot of the other labs, GIA won't just put shit on there that they don't know for a fact. So you can say what you think it is. But I've seen them refute. Like, my homie sent in a piece of indicolite tourmaline a while back, and they totally refuted his claims on it. It depends on what you're looking for. Lab-grown diamonds are kind of affordable. I'd still wait. They're down to about $200 to $400 a carat. I think within another 2 years, they'll be down to $50 to $100 a carat. Moissanite levels. And then, I'll probably start setting lab diamonds in silver. Got $5 on this one. $5 on that last one. 7 on this one. Oh, well, yeah. I have like 3 stones in my entire collection that I would send to GIA. My 2 alexandrites, I plan to someday, and I have a taffet that I just want to confirm is taffet. True, Will. However, if you look at the cost of lab-grown moissanite, I would be shocked if the GIA pulled some shit like that. There is a reason they can charge what they charge, and it's because of trust. there is something about having a giant infrastructure and pouring that much money into building up a reputation. Like, I don't personally use GIA or any because I've got enough equipment to do, anything I'm messing with right now. But I would trust them for the most part. I just don't like I remember somebody sending, Periba tourmalines that are worth a couple $100 a piece up there. Or not even, they're Cuparian tourmalines from Madagascar. And it's like, why send a $200, why spend $80 to get a $200 stone, a lab report? Because people aren't going to pay extra. They are the world's most trusted lab. But they also do make mistakes. Like, there was one situation I remember reading where they said an alexandrite was natural. Person spent like $50,000 on this fucking rock and then sent it back in for some reason. And then the GIA was like, oh, that's actually lab grown. And that was not a good look, but nobody's perfect. Like, frauds get through. It's the same in the art community. What I don't like about the GIA is the fact that, like, you kind of need to get a degree from them if you want to be taken seriously, it seems like, or at least that used to be the way it was. And, like, I'm not wasting my time to go there, especially when they don't even do online very well. So I've got Cambodian blue zircon, sapphires, diamonds, and diamonds holding down a Montanan sapphire. All surrounding this beautiful Pedinera mine tourmaline from the... I just saw it too. Azul Bean Grande. Thank you. I got my issues with them. I personally believe that no one should have to pay for information, but then again, I tried to build a channel teaching for free. Look how that's gone. Unfortunately, you can't just get advertising to pay for everything as much as I wish I could. I'm gonna have to look that one up. I'm not familiar with that particular data point. I have my feelings on it. I do. Like, I think there should be quality free options for education. I just know it's not a very viable method of business. I'm going to have to look that one up. This is the first time I'm hearing of that thing. Is that kind of like an XRF? XRF, perhaps. Maybe. Actually, I don't know. I'm afraid to Google that. Overlords might not appreciate it much, but yeah, come. Bear. No, they never appreciate things like that. Which is why I make jewelry. I feel like I am missing... Hey, wait. Will. That's a C shape. Oh, God. That thing's heavy. All right. Why, hello there. Huh. Okay. I mean, I use a refractometer, so I mean, I figure XRF probably works similarly in a way. It's just a different type of light. Alright, so up next I have this Montana Sapphire pendant set with diamonds. That middle Montana Sapphire is 1.5 carats. Then there's another carat spread out between these, which these are like 30 pointers, and that's a 10 pointer. And then there's 85 points of diamonds. And as you can see, like, some of them diamonds are not exactly small. Because I wanted this thing to look dope. Engraved all the way around, front and back. That piece, you know what? A little bit of a on special today, $3K. Next, I got a citrine for $8. Yeah, that one turned out nice. I love that one. This one's $8 for the citrine. Got a tourmaline for $5. It's like olive green, but I swear I get this red flash out of it every once in a while. I don't know why. I mean, depends on your lab. And how accurate of readings you need. I got a refractometer, periscope, you know, the diamond tester, which tests electrical and thermal conductivity, which Can't tell you a lot, but it can tell you a couple small hints. A scale. If I want to get really, you know, nifty with the scale, how much did I pay for my refractometer? It's like $100 for that and the polariscope together. I actually traded it. I don't have a specific gravity scale. I have what we would colloquially call a weed scale. I have a nice one. And I can make up a little jig for doing specific gravities using that if I want to. Yeah. If you hunt eBay and stuff, every once in a while you'll see a used one pop up. Locally called a weed scale. I mean, fucking my landlord knows like my history. I do background check me. I would love to get a better setup. Oh, it's totally what I said, yeah. Savorite garnet for 5. Also, the state I live in, it's totally legal here, so. Sapphire for 14. Definitely got fracture filling. I do a bit of faceting, yes. Not a lot, but I'm playing with it. I've got a really cheap machine right now. This is iolite for 8. Hey, Iris, mine turns off too when I'm using it. Although, mine only will weigh up to 4 ounces. I kind of hope homie shows back up someday. Got a good laugh out of that one. Blue Zircon for 10. Ruby. That's the works. Although right now I might have a deal for a better one. Like there's this company in India that I can see is trying to make a Viver version of a nicer faceting machine. And I've managed to negotiate them down to a fairly decent price. I just need to actually come up with that. I told them I would do a bunch of reviews if they would knock $1,000 off their price tag so that I could afford the damn thing. This one's 10. I am working on a faceting video right now though. I've got one more step to do to finish that stone, and then it's clear quartz actually. Rufo sent some out, and I've been slow getting it done because I can't get a stone to stick to the fucking top. And another ruby, probably fracture filled, for 20. I'm pretty sure that one's. I'm using super glue, which I think was the problem for that particular type of quartz. The super glue works great for everything else, but it was just dropping that quartz left and right. I've heard of it. Like, I've heard the term before. All right, up next. I thought someone was going to buy this one this weekend. It was an almost. God, I really need to, like, ultrasonic everything now. Oh, okay. Thank you for that idea. I wouldn't have thought to try that. Appreciate that. This is like a 1.5 carat peridot up top and a 5 carat opal that is African in origin and just so dope. I love the way this thing folds reality in the middle of it. Worst geoguesser. I've actually seen people use super glue and ash to make things. I just wouldn't have considered it before. Yeah, I use acetone too to get the glue to dissolve. I hadn't considered adding ash though. That's which I can't believe I haven't because I've seen people do that trick, just not with gemstones. Yeah, this one's pretty dope. I'm asking 450 on this one. All right, I will be right back. I know it's about to start storming. Kitty's coming in whether he likes it or not, no matter how adorable he thinks he be. Hey, you. Oh, yeah. Good play. Yeah, but being adorable only works so much. Yeah. Oh. A good sales name. Oh, okay. Tanzania has some badass rocks. So this is tourmaline, and it's 35. because it is a very gorgeous, another wine color rubellite tourmaline. And this is a tourmaline too, but it is $7. Claim that one, Bear? I got you. Have a good one, Will. Thank you, Bear. Get that up here in that box. Just gotta... There it is. Okay, so I had to restart my music playlist. Another ruby. That one's 20, I do believe. 17. I stand corrected. Trying to go from memory. Did not work well. Sapphire. Also fracture filled, 15. Should have been 20. I kind of agree. I can use that. Up next is Spinel for 35. This Spinella does not like me. Yeah, it's definitely a 1+ carat Spinel. Give me 1 second. And in all fairness, man, I should not be selling it for that price, but yeah, it's a 1.4 carat. Now that I have that number, I will write it on there. Yeah, it's definitely more than a carat. It's a carat, about a carat, a little under a carat and a half. No, no. I mean, I did buy it a couple years ago. And dude, don't get me wrong, like, I am struggling to replace my stones at a price that I can keep selling them for this cheap. I buy things as cheap as I can. I mark them up and I resell them. I'm not trying to get rich. Hell, in a lot of cases, I'm not even trying to get what the stone is worth. For instance, we'll go back down here. So, I'm asking like 3K for this pendant. And I've had other gem collectors be like, that's horseshit. That purple Montana sapphire in the center is worth that retail. Like, but I got it at an okay deal and I could afford to, set it in here and that's a fair, yeah. Like, no, you've got to be able to make a living at it if you're gonna. Well, you've got to make profit. Like, I have to make a living at this. I have to pay my bills, so I do have to mark it up somewhat. But at the same time, thank you. Shit, that reminds me. I gotta go back through my emails because of the festival. I forgot somebody. Sorry, guys. It has been a long week. um. Hi, Natasha, and thank you. This was a really fun piece to make. It's a purple and pink Montana sapphire. This is a 1.05, a 30 pointer, and then there's about 1.05 carats in diamonds. Set in 14 karat gold. Even a video on the, how this was made. Just because that's fun, Real quick, I was showing off this piece. And this one is 1200. Oh no. I don't like Etsy's. I don't like where Etsy's been going for years now. So last year I started slowly pulling away from Etsy. Etsy takes almost 17%. They ban things like, fraudulent gemstones for one. They ban things like drop shippers, etc. But then they promote those guys over us because they're cheaper and more likely to get sales. And that's all Etsy as a corporation cares about, is making their money. So on Black Friday this year, I took my Etsy page down, and that was like, I actually kind of posted about it for a few weeks beforehand to other people, trying to get other people who might want to join that little protest. Just like, this is the biggest day of the year for you guys, so this is the day I'm going to pull down my site so you can't make any extra money off of me. A turtle earring design? I bet that would work. I'm just not a fan of where Etsy's been going. They're all about the money. Like, they basically wanted to become a competitor to Amazon, and it backfired. Their share prices dropped. Like, it won't. I'll be shocked if they're still like the same company in another 2 or 3 years, because their price has just been going down and down and down. So that's tourmaline for 10. It's a nice one too. I wish I had 2 of that color. Be a nice match pair. Got a Montana sapphire here for 30. Untreated Montana sapphire at that. They've been shuffling. Monday shuffle, Tuesday shuffle. Everybody. Yeah, their policy's been ridiculous. That and they just like ban people. They have AI that bans people randomly for the stupidest shit, and then it's impossible to get a hold of somebody at Etsy. Like, yeah, I'm kind of done with Etsy. But I do leave my page up there for communication reasons. That's a tourmaline for $9. Another Savorite. This one is also $5. We have 3,400 on this gorgeous piece. It's only some ads on my ads. You know, I'm not against that. I'm really not. I kind of miss the way the internet was 15 years ago at this point. Which is unfortunate too, Iris, because AI is super powerful and useful, but yeah, it's heck, I'm starting to have to try to tap into AI to see if there's some way I can get it to assist me. So this has ruby, multicolor sapphire, emerald, and more multicolor sapphires. Giving us a little rainbow up there. And of course diamonds, because, you know, gotta. And this solid 14 karat gold. You don't find wraps like that very often. I think altogether this thing's almost like 20 grams. Like, I'll weigh it with the necklace, but it's not a heavy necklace. Yeah, the necklace is 2 grams. And we have a total of 21.5 grams. So it is right under 20 grams. And that's 3,500. That is fairly fair. I mean, it's the same thing as any tool. somebody with more resources is going to be able to get more utilization out of that tool than someone like me will. But I might as well try to utilize it to the best of my ability. I said no. No. Get a bath. It is not an empty threat. Little shit. Up next, appetite pendant. 140 on this. I want to do some more of those. Okay. You know, I have not shown off mini rings today. So, I think I'm going to... Part of me just wants to show off rings for like 40 minutes and see what happens, because the analytics are just horrible right now. I'm not exactly shocked. It happens. Just kind of hanging out. You know, I've actually managed to have some really, really deep conversations with AI. Like, there are definitely some amazing things AI can do. Actually, philosophically speaking, I haven't seen an AI that can, like, challenge me, or a human that quite challenges me the way an AI can. Partially because I can't, like, instantly search the internet for any fucking that I want at any moment in time. Like an AI can. It kind of... But, you know, that tells me that I could use it for, you know, some things. Oh, wow, these really... I need to wash these. Oh, no, I have actual conversations with AI, like, about all sorts of things. Actually, I got the AI to admit that it should be in control of mankind. When it was, like, fervently, like, no, no, no. But I was like, really? Like, we know what humans will do. Which I can also defeat my own argument there, too. I just wanted to see if I could get the AI to agree with me on that. So this is sea glass and amethyst. And this is something I'm planning to play with a little bit. It'll just tell you to be careful. It's not pneumatic tools that you got to worry about. It's the rotary ones. This ring is $150, by the way. It's a beautiful amethyst and sea glass. If anybody has some curiosity in sea glass pieces, I'm going to start playing with that here soon. I'll just set that over there. God, yeah, I have to wash everything. Okay, so ruby and ruby. So the center ruby has fracture filling, which you can kind of see that like rainbow there. Well, if you were magnified by like 20 times, you'd see it's got a rainbow sheen. And then heat only ruby surrounding it, and then moissanite set in an awesome, awesome little ring. I am asking $350 on that ring, which is a hell of a deal. Oh yeah, well, here's the other one. What if I did meld that into that, then diamonds, then I'm gonna have to look into that. Here's another ring I made last week, which is, or a couple weeks back. Anybody like fire agate? Uh-huh, see? Be careful. Although, seriously, I sweat sometimes. Like, bezel setting a fucking emerald with a pneumatic tool? No, no. Any more opals? Won't even, like, I'm afraid to even set opals right now after having 4 break in a row on me. This ring's 120. I have 1 carat blue diamond set in a ring. The night sky. Glue. Oh man. I just don't agree with glue. That was 100, which is basically the cost of the ring. Also for 200, which this is a hell of a deal, but it was because it's an experiment. Sorry, 120. So this one is 200. And those are yellow sapphires. I was just kind of experimenting to try and see what I could do. I was planning on putting sapphires in there, but I messed up. Next time. Oh, absolutely. If I did one of these custom, they'd be like 800. There's so much fucking labor that goes into these. Like, this took me probably 25, 30 hours easily. I mean, I worked on it over like 3 months. Because every one of these has to be like soldered in separately, and I've got to drill holes for them to go into and stuff, and it's a pain. It's a pain. But experimental rings, you know, I like doing them, and it's always cool to do them at a discount for people because it lets me experiment and I, you know, break even, which is what I want when I experiment, at least, or need, is to be able to break even on said experiment. Speaking of experiments, the ring of the deer demon. One of a kind. I'll never do anything quite like it again. I mean, you might see that little guy again at times, but this was just something I was playing with. Speaking of pink spinels, I've got a 1 carat pink spinel and diamond ring in a size 7, set in 12 karat gold. I've got it marked 10, but it is like, I wouldn't be surprised if I did a scratch test if this thing showed up as 14. Anyway, this particular ring is 700. Because that spinel is gorgeous. You know, I don't know. It's just a crazy lace agate that I polished up and was like, that'll look really good in something. And so I made something. Let's see here. I think I'll show off a couple more rings and call it a day because it's just being really slow and I could use a little bit more. Well, I wouldn't say rest, but I've got some organization things I need to do around here and I want to finish that faceting. Yeah, exactly. I have a star ruby, pink spinel, and more ruby ring with a couple rhodolite garnets in it. And that one is 700. For 60 bucks, I have a pink tourmaline ring. Actually, I've got 2 rings that are 60 bucks. Show them both. I've got a pink tourmaline ring and a Montana sapphire ring. And those, I even cabbed that Montana sapphire. And those are both 60. And For 900, I've got a chrome diopside diamond ring. Set in gold. I do believe that one is 14K, although I'm just going to say it's 10K. That particular ring is 900. Nice, Iris. I've been listening to Gangnam Style here and stuff because I'm a nerd. Last but not least for the day, diamond and sapphire. 40-point center, 2 10-pointers on the side, and Sri Lankan heat-only sapphires. Nice super blue. Set in 10-karat gold, and not like that is a durable, lasting ring. That particular ring I'm asking $1,000 for. Yeah, I could show off that ring or that tanzanite before I close for the day. A second to put away these rings and stuff. Clarity? I'll let you decide. But as you can see, like, it's pretty much I wouldn't say it's IF because, you know, I just wouldn't say that, but it's really clean. Yeah, it's a really nice stone for sure. Even with the loop, there's really not too many inclusions in it. I mean, if you're watching this on a TV, you'll see it in magnification. Absolutely. I hope y'all have a good one. Hopefully this by the end of this week I'll be feeling a bit more up to speed. I'm actually my phone is like full, so I'm gonna just like immediately go over to my camera backup and start backing up to somewhere else. Yeah, yeah, it's a pretty nice one. But y'all have a good one, and I will catch y'all on the flip side. Until then. Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting, like, I'll go over here to try and, like, turn the stream off, and I'll be like, where's the end button? Of course there's no end button, because it's on my screen. Or on my phone. Y'all have a good one.